Hi, it's Michelle Bursell, psychotherapist and creator of the Feel Every Emotion is Love process. And I'm here with you today because I am hearing from so many of you. You're saying, Michelle, I am ready. I am ready like never before to make change in my life. But what keeps happening is that I have these moments where negative feelings come swooping in and they're taking me off course. And what do I do about this? Because I just want to get rid of my negative feelings. And what I want to say is, I hear you, I understand you. That is the natural reaction, of course. When you're feeling down, it's like, how do I get rid of these things? Especially when you are really ready to make that change. You want to get back on track, right? I gotcha. What I want you to do is I want you to take a step back so you can relearn how to work with your negative feelings from love so that they can serve and support you rather than weigh you down and rather than keep you off track. So the most important thing is to really recognize how your negative feelings are trying to serve and support you and how they're really signaling to you that something has gone wrong. So let's look at this. You're ready to make a change. You're like, cool. Something in my heart is saying, I desire to create a shift in my life. And you have this knowingness that you might not have all the hows of how it's going to happen, but you have this belief that you can make this happen in one form or another. And so you start making forward action, right? And then something happens. Something throws you off. It could be you get triggered from at work a stressful day, or you get in an argument with your spouse or child. Something happens and throws you off. Or out of nowhere, it can just feel like you are just super low energy. You just do not have any more energy to give. You can barely get yourself off the couch to get yourself a glass of water or whatever it is you need. And you're just not feeling that motivation and inspiration to keep forward on your path of change. And so when either of these things happens, when you get triggered or you start just feeling just weighed down, low energy, negative feelings are going to come in. And along with them comes in the negative self-talk. So of course you're going to say, how do I get rid of my negative feelings? Because that's what you believe is going to get you back on track. No. When we go into how do I get rid of my negative feelings, that is your ego trying to deter you from really knowing how to claim back your power. You see, when you go back into going into the tricks and tips to get rid of your negative feelings, you're not getting into the cause of what really triggered them to begin with. Now, here's the great thing. With Feel Every Emotion is Love, we know the cause of your negative feelings. It's a signal to tell you that you are no longer buying into your truth and into your inner knowingness. Now, this is vital because instead of you trying to figure out how to get rid of your negative feelings, which may or may not work, and even if it does, if you don't understand the root cause to what triggered it, they're just going to come back again and sometimes even stronger. Feel Every Emotion of Love is about you claiming your power by saying, oh, the question I really need to ask myself is, how do I reclaim my truth and inner knowingness? Big difference. You see, when there's, how do I get rid of my negative feelings? That's coming from a place of fear. That's coming from a place of desperation. And you are too powerful for that. If you stay in that, coming from a place of fear, you're not going to get the results you want. You need to come from a place of empowerment to shift you out of your norm so that you are able to make inspired action. You make inspired action by asking yourself, how do I get back into my truth and my inner knowingness? Right there. It feels different, right? It feels more powerful. That's where you want to be. And you do this by looking at how you gave your power away. And so here's the interesting thing. When you're ready to make a change and you have this desire, like this is my time, this needs to shift in my life, I feel it within my heart, that is guiding you in an emotional way to take inspired action. Again, you might not have all the hows. It might not be dot by dot your next steps, but your inner knowingness is carrying you forward. It's allowing you to take inspired action. But what happens is that the ego can get in there about the change and come from a place of lack. And we come from a place of lack even with our language. When we shift from out of desire to I want and need, us wanting something implies a lack within us. And then when we come from a place of lack, our ego has us look outside ourselves for the solution, which is not where your full power is. Yeah, sometimes you need to gather information. Like if you want to lose weight, maybe you need to figure out, what exercises are out there for you, more about clean eating, stuff like that, right? But the inspired action that needs to come from you, that energy to help you get outside of your norm to do those things, is going to be that emotional piece. And that's what you need on your side. So how we allow you to gain back that power is to look at where you gave your power away. Then you come back into your truth and knowingness. So let's look at common areas of our life that we want to change that comes from a desire. Maybe you are saying to yourself, I want to make more money. And then your rational mind gets into all the ways about how you can make more money. But the emotional piece that's often missing is your emotional self, your empowered self is guiding you to ask, how can I value myself more? If you don't have that piece tied in with the ways you desire to make more money, you're not going to be able to take that inspired action to get you outside your comfort zone to actually do it. If you desire to feel more love in your life, then your empowered emotional self is asking you, how can you express even more love and respect and honor for yourself? There's even more that wants to come through, more that wants to be expressed from you to yourself. If you want to lose weight and you're asking yourself, how can I lose weight? Your emotional piece is asking you, how can I let go of even more in my life that is no longer serving me? There's always this emotional energy that's driving you back within to feel that place of power from within. And when you have this component in line with that desire, you're going to be able to make changes. You're going to be able to step outside your norm. And that's why these negative feelings are coming through. They're asking you to get back to your inner truth and knowingness so you can make these changes once and for all. And these will be long-term core shifts within you when you apply this emotional piece. So I hope this serves you. If you have any questions, share them with us below. Or better yet, try this, do this, and then tell me your experience, your feelings about this, because I guarantee that when you get into this, you're going to feel that revved up energy because, again, you're coming from an empowered, loving place rather than fear. So until next time, I honor you. I appreciate you being on this path that's a challenging path, but that will lead you to having that fulfillment and joy and love that you desire. So continue to be fearless and choose love.